For those of you that do not know me, my name is Chrissy Burkett. I am a presenter with Younique, and I want to thank you guys for joining in my live video for Autumn's Winter Makeup Bash, and also want to thank you for attending this beauty class. I hope that you take some pointers, some tips, some tricks, maybe something that you didn't know away from this class. I have been using Younique products for the past 2 years. I just turned 40 this past summer, and before that I had no idea how to apply my makeup. I used to try different products, never seemed to really do much for me, and then once I started using Younique, all that changed. The products worked very easily for me and did what I was hoping they would do, so I have become obsessed with Younique ever since. But I am doing this beauty bash, and I wanted to have this contest and do a live. That way you can actually see me use the products and how they go on my skin. You'll see I have a lot of redness, hyperpigmentation. I do have rosacea. My face, the rosacea is actually dormant right now, but I do tend to get still a little bit of redness when I'm not having a flare-up. Hey there, Kimberly. If you guys are hopping on, send me some hearts, send me some waves. If you did not pick a number yet, you can choose a number and drop it down below. Also, if you can share this video if you think anyone would find any interest in it. And if you are catching this on the live, there'll be a little red box up at the top that says live. So I have 1 through 100 numbers in this bag that I'm going to pull a lucky number from at the end of the video. If you cannot stick around and watch the video, that's okay. Whatever number I pull, I am going to post that later, so you'll get to see who won. But if you do check this video out later, just hashtag replay. That way I can thank you for watching. And I appreciate all you guys for hanging with me. But what I wanted to show you today is a really quick collection. I call it like my mummy go-to makeup. We have 6 collections that you can choose from. It is very overwhelming whenever you are looking, I guess, at our website and you want everything, but you don't want to buy everything at once. We do have collections where it has essentials in it, and today I'm going to show you what I call like my mummy go-to, aka also known as I got a lot of sleep last night collection, but it is called our Set to Stun collection if you are on the website looking for the collection. And I'm going to go over what is in that. But first, I'm going to put some primer on, which our primer is in the collection. Then I'm going to go over with you today. And with all of our products, a little goes a very long way. Hey, Kimberly, no problem. I'll catch you later. You can check it out on the replay. I appreciate you guys, checking it out though. So I'm going to put on a little primer, and I'm going to use about a pea-size amount. You do not need a lot of this. And I'm just going to rub it through my fingers and apply it all over my face. If you notice that your makeup maybe just isn't lasting all day, you feel like it's melting off your face, or it's transferring to your clothes or jacket, or just you're getting creasing throughout the day, I highly recommend getting primer. Also, if you tend to have very large pores, highly recommend our primer. It's going to shrink those pores, which are actually going to cause you to have less oil, so you're not going to have as oily of skin. So I'm letting that primer sit because you do want to apply your primer and wait a couple minutes before applying your makeup, because you want that primer to settle into any fine lines, any wrinkles. It's going to blur out any of those imperfections, those lines, those wrinkles. That way when you apply your foundation, that foundation's not going to settle into any of those fine lines and wrinkles. It's going to apply a lot smoother, and it's going to last you all day long. Okay, so the primer is going to be in that Set to Stun collection. The next thing is going to be what I call our liquid gold, and it's our liquid foundation. It is a mineral-based product. You do want to shake it really, really good because it is a mineral-based product. You will see some separation, but if you just shake it really good, it's going to mix all those minerals really well. And I'm going to apply it with our foundation concealer brush. I do recommend, if you are applying any type of foundation, to use a brush. It's going to give you a flawless finish. It's going to go on a lot smoother, a lot more, I guess, like an airbrush finish is what I would call. So I'm just going to take my dropper, and I'm only going to apply 4 drops. Each bottle contains approximately 400 drops. So it's going to last you approximately, if you used it every day and you used 4 to 5 drops, that's the recommendation that I would suggest with our liquid foundation. It's going to last you about 4 months. So you only use 4 drops of this liquid foundation, and you're just going to blot it onto your face. Now I want you to see, because I have this redness from my rosacea, and it's going to cover it all up. So I'm just getting the product onto my face, and then I'm going to start buffing it in with my foundation brush. It's a really light scent, so if you have very sensitive skin like I do, our products are hypoallergenic. You're not going to have any irritation from them. And this is going to go on really smooth. It's not going to be cakey or look like you have a lot of makeup on. Hey, Erin, thanks for hopping on. Okay, and then I just applied this with a brush, and as you can see, a little goes a really long way. If you wanted to apply more of this foundation, you could go ahead in and apply more. Because it is a mineral-based product, it's not going to look cakey or like you have a lot of makeup on. So I'm just applying 1 more drop. And I have these areas where I have some scarring from a pimple that I had, plus I still have a little bit of that redness from my rosacea. So I'm just going to apply that little bit more. And it's not going to look cakey. It's going to dry to a nice powdery finish. I never thought that I would be the type of person to use liquid foundation, because I always thought that it would give you that like cakey over makeup-y look, but ours does not do that at all. It dries to a nice powder finish. Okay, so that's the liquid foundation, and that's in the Set to Stun. So far the first 2 items that are in that Set to Stun, my Mummy Go-To makeup collection. Sorry, I need to have some wine. The next thing that I'm going to do, which this item's not in the collection, but it is our concealer. I like to use our concealer because I usually do not get enough sleep at night, which I'm sure most of you are the same way if you have kids. My son had an early hockey game this morning, and then I couldn't fall asleep last night. So this concealer is my cure-all for any under eyes, any dark circles, if you have any blemishes or scars. It even covers tattoos. And you only need a grain of rice size amount of this product. So this little tube is gonna last you forever. I think I've actually had this for about 12 months, and there is still so much product in here, I can't even tell you. It will probably expire. It actually probably will expire before I use all of this. So I just like to take this concealer and I like to rub it between my fingers so it kind of melts and gets nice and warm. And then what I'm going to do is start applying it under my eyes and in any areas that I want to highlight. Can you use a sponge instead of the brush? Absolutely. You can use what are considered these blending buds. I have them with Younique, but if you have one, they all work the same. The only thing I would do is just make sure that you wet these before you apply any type of wet product. Otherwise, if you're using a dry blending bud, the product is just going to soak into your blending bud and it's not going to go in your face. So I would wet it, wring it out, and then apply your foundation using that wet blending bud. But absolutely, you can use a blending bud. You can use your fingers if you wanted. I just prefer to use a brush just because I like that type of application. So I'm just going to highlight any of the areas with my concealer that maybe need covered up. I have that little bit of acne that I just want to cover up the scars from it. And then I'm just going to take my fingers and I'm going to make an upside down triangle shape under my eyes. And what this is gonna do is it's actually going to lift my face and blur out any of that darkness under my eyes. And I'm gonna adjust my lighting here a little bit. Hopefully. Okay. So I'm just gonna blend this in, and then you can take that little bit of extra and highlight any areas. I like to do this above my lip area, and then I'm gonna blend it in under my mouth where I have like those dark areas. And then I'm gonna come back in with the brush that I was using. I'm not applying any more product to the brush, it's already dry, and I'm just kind of blurring this in to my skin, mixing with that foundation that I already applied. And this is gonna get rid of any of those dark circles under your eyes from not sleeping. And it's gonna give the appearance that you got a full 8 hours of sleep. And then I'm just blurring all these areas together so that I have a nice base to start applying my makeup. Okay. Okay, so now my face has a nice even skin tone. I do use the color Organza, by the way. I tend to be on the paler side. And then when you are choosing a concealer, you want to go at least a shade lighter than your foundation. If you need any help with color matching, I'd be happy to help you. You can send me a message. I can either help you by looking at a picture or sending you a little chart that will help you with picking your color. Okay, so the next thing that I like to do is warm up my face a little bit because it is all one color, all one skin tone. And we do live in winter, or we do live in Pennsylvania where we get no sunlight. So I lost all my sun from the summertime. So I'm going to use our Beachfront bronzer. It comes in 3 shades. I have the lightest shade called Sunset. And it has kind of like a dark side and a light side. I'm taking the same brush that I used to apply my foundation. It is completely dry. The product dries very fast, like I said, to that powdery finish. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of this bronzer. Again, only a dab, a tiny little bit. Our products are super highly pigmented, so you only need a little bit. I always recommend going little, like a little goes a really long way, so just dab it, take a little bit. So I'm gonna do my version of what I consider kind of like a contour and highlight. This is about as contoury as I get. But what I'm gonna do is give my cheekbones a little bit more definition, and to do that, I'm just gonna kind of suck in my face a little bit. And I'm just giving the illusion that I have that cheekbone. So then I'm just gonna take a little bit more, and I want you to see the difference. I'm just creating the illusion, doing kind of like a contour with my bronzer, and it's just giving the illusion that I have that cheekbone. It's very subtle, and it's super easy. And it's also putting that color back into my face. So I want to warm up and highlight or contour in any of those areas where the sun would hit, which are gonna be up here in that area of your forehead. And then you wanna take it down along your jawline. And then I just wanna take this and blend it in down along that jawline. And then what I love about this brush, my contour concealer brush, it has this little end, dual purpose. I'm also going to kind of contour down my nose. Okay, and then I'm gonna give a little bit more definition here. Then I come in with that fluffy end and just blend it in. Okay, and then I want to warm up my face overall, so I'm just gonna kind of make a B on this side of my face and then make a 3 on the other side of my face. And this is just adding some life back into my face because I used that foundation concealer to make everything an even skin tone. But this is a dual purpose. I'm going to show you another trick with my bronzer, which is in that Set to Stun collection. So I love dual purposes with these products. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do are my eyebrows. Up until 2 years ago, I never did anything with my eyebrows. Now I see pictures of myself and I'm like, oh God. The eyebrows are the easiest thing you can do to frame your face. It is legit. I cannot leave my house now without doing my eyebrows. Sometimes I don't put any makeup on. Actually, most of the time I do not wear makeup. It's like the first thing I do when I come home is I wash my face and take my makeup off. But if I am running out the door, I like to do my eyebrows. It really makes a huge impact. We have the Brow Obsession palette. It comes in 3 shades. I could actually use either the blonde or the brunette. This one here is the brunette. And then I also have this Precision Brow Artist Brush, which has an angled end on one end and a spoolie on the other end. I love this brush for using our Brow Obsession palette, but if you have a brush that you already like or you have used, by all means, use the brushes that you have. I just highly recommend them. These ones, I really like the way that they work, but I have brushes of my own that I still use. I have a Bare Minerals brush that I use all the time. So what I'm gonna do is actually outline my existing eyebrow. And I'm just taking a little bit of the dark product and the light product. And I'm going to start by outlining the underneath of my eyebrow. And I'm just using my existing eyebrow as a reference. Then I'm going to take the top part of my eyebrow and outline. As we get older, our eyebrows start to thin out. I also overplucked whenever I was younger and waxed. So mine are very thin, plus I have light hair, so. I'm just filling in the rest of this with kind of like a hair-like stroke. Very easy. This brush makes it super simple to apply. And then I'm just gonna take my little spoolie end, kind of comb that product in. And then I'm gonna go to the other side. Again, I just dipped a little bit of the dark and a little bit of the light, and I'm going to start by outlining my existing eyebrow. I'm just using what I already have as a reference. And this is the easiest, quickest way to frame your face. It makes a huge difference. It's also going to create the illusion of a more youthful appearance. Okay, and then I'm just filling in any of those sparse areas. No 2 eyebrows are alike. Then I'm just brushing this product in. Okay. Thank you guys who are on here watching. If you're watching this live, there'll be a little red box up at the top that says live. If you're catching this on the replay, just hashtag replay down below. That way I can thank you for watching. And I appreciate all of you guys for hopping in to Autumn's Beauty Bash. If there's anything I can help you along the way, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask me. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my spoolie brush, and I have this setting wax on the side here. I'm going to dip my spoolie brush in it, and I'm just going to comb it through my eyebrows to set that. Hey Stephanie, thanks for hopping on. I'm just dipping it into my setting wax and brushing it through my eyebrows to set them. Very simple, super quick. This Brow Obsession palette makes it very easy. And it instantly frames your face and creates a youthful appearance. Okay, so the next item that's going to be in that Set to Stun collection is going to be our translucent setting powder. So we have, you get to actually choose either between the translucent setting powder or we have a setting spray. If you are someone who has very dry skin, I would definitely recommend getting the setting spray. And it's something that you would use at the end of applying your makeup that's gonna make it last a lot longer. Hey Autumn, thanks for hopping on. I am going through what is in my Mummy Makeup Bag Essential, which is also known as our collection called the Set to Stun collection. So if you have normal skin or tend to be on the oilier side, then I would recommend the translucent setting powder. But I do this little trick for those of you who are looking for something that makes your eyes look more refreshed and like you've been sleeping 8 hours, Autumn. Then the translucent setting powder is going to be what you're looking for. So I'm gonna take the other end of my foundation concealer brush. It has a little mesh inside here, that way the product doesn't fall out. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually tap this product under my eyes. This is a very finely milled dust. It's not gonna add any more color to your face, but it is going to brighten this area. And when I have what is like your tear ducts, it almost creates kind of like, if you get like a little crease under your eyes, or if you can see like those lines under your eyes, this is gonna blur out any of those fine lines and wrinkles. I'm gonna let this sit under my eyes for a little bit. That way it melts into any of those fine lines and wrinkles. And it's going to make my eyes seem a lot more refreshed and like I slept all night. I also like to add it into these little areas where I have my little laugh lines. And then I take my big fluffy side and I just kind of blur it into any other areas that I want to blur away any imperfections. Okay, but we're gonna let this sit under our eyes and then come back in and blend it, okay? So the next item, first of all, let's just go over real quickly what all is in that Set to Stun collection that we went over so far. You have your primer, liquid foundation, and we used our translucent setting powder and our beachfront bronzer. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to use my beachfront bronzer again as my eyeshadow. Dual purpose. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to take this fluffy blending brush that I have. I highly recommend this brush as well. I just love the way it applies any type of eyeshadows that we have. But I told you before about how this bronzer has a dark side and it has this light side. I'm going to start by going along my crease with the light side of the product. I'm just going to take it on my fluffy blending brush and I'm going to lightly hold my fluffy blending brush and start applying it into my crease of my eye. Okay. This is a quick, easy, out the door look. Just taking a little more of that product and putting it into the crease of my eye. Okay, and then with that darker part of the bronzer, I'm gonna come in with my crease brush, which is more of like a stiffer brush, and I'm gonna add some dimension to this by coming into the outside part of my eye. And I'm going to take it up into my crease, and this is going to give this a little bit more dimension. This is for a very quick eye look, dual purpose, using your bronzer, not just for your face, but also for your eyes. Okay, so I'm going to come back in on the other side using the light part of my bronzer, and I'm going to come into that crease of my eye. See if I can turn this light on. You can see a little bit better. Hopefully that helps. So I'm just coming in with that light color of the bronzer and taking it into the crease of my eye. This is great if you're going on a trip or traveling, you don't want to take a lot of product with you. Okay, so I'm just adding that into my crease. I'm going to take a little bit of the dark side using my crease brush, I'm gonna take it on the outside of my eye, and I'm also gonna come back into my crease to create a little bit more definition. I love this, super simple, super easy. And then we're gonna use another product that's in the Set to Stun to finish off the eye look. Okay, so I'm gonna come back in with my fluffy blending brush. Just gonna blend this in a little bit better. Okay. And then I'm gonna take my powder concealer brush and I'm gonna brush away this translucent setting powder that's been sitting under my eye. And it's gonna blur away any of those fine lines, any of that darkness that was under my eye. And it's gonna create the illusion that I got lots of sleep last night, which I have to get up early again because Ryan has a game in West Virginia, I believe. So I'll be getting up at 6 o'clock for another hockey game tomorrow. Okay, so I just took that translucent setting powder. Now I'm just kind of blurring it all over my face. And we're gonna finish off our eyes. So the next item that's in that Set to Stun collection is a luminizer. You get to actually choose from this powder luminizer, or we have a cream luminizer. I'm gonna use the powder one, that way I can show you with the eye look that I'm doing what we can do. So I'm gonna take our deluxe brush, but if you have a brush that has kind of like a flat bed of bristles like this, it's gonna work perfect. So I have this in the color Iridescent, which is like a white shimmer. I'm gonna take my deluxe brush and I'm gonna apply it, just tapping it onto the lid of my eye. Okay, and then I'm gonna take that fluffy brush that I had and I'm gonna blend it in. This is gonna add so much dimension to what I just did to my eye. Look at that, super easy, super simple. And it just creates another layer of depthness to that eye color. If you need a little bit more, just take a little bit of that product and blend it in. But I love this look. It's super easy and super quick. Okay, here's another tip. If you want to take this luminizer, just tap it into the inside corner of your eye. It's also gonna make your eyes appear a lot more refreshed and more awake. You wanna have lightness on the inside of your eyes to create that illusion that you got a lot of sleep and that it's refreshed and wide-eyed. I know, Autumn, it's super easy, the luminizer. It's in the Set to Stun collection, or you can buy these items singly. Okay, and then the last thing that I'm gonna do with my luminizer is I'm gonna take my brush again, and I'm just gonna highlight my cheeks. It's just gonna give me a little bit of a shimmer, just a little bit of a highlight. Again, it's kind of like another step to like your highlight and contour. We did the bronzer on the cheekbones and a little bit of luminizer up above on the cheekbones. Other thing that I like to do, I'm gonna take the other end of my brush and I'm gonna highlight a little bit on my nose, my Cupid's bow, just adding a little bit of a shimmer. And then I'm gonna add it up on my brow bone. Just adding another layer of dimension. Okay, and then these come in 5 different colors. I have light skin, so I have the lightest one. This is the Iridescent. But it's super quick, super easy, and creates such a different look. Okay, so the last item that I am going to use, so first real quick, that was the Set to Stun collection. I used all the items. It comes with this cute little bag. You get a liquid foundation, a primer, you get a beachfront bronzer, a translucent setting powder, and your choice of luminizer. So you get 3, 4, 5 products plus a bag in that Set to Stun collection. There's 6 different collections. They're just nice if you're looking to get a makeup collection started and you want to save a little, because you are going to save money by getting those items. It's almost like getting a free item. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do for this quick, easy mom on the go look is I'm going to put on some lipstick and some mascara. Okay, and I think I'm going to do my favorite, which is our Splash lipstick. But before I do that, I'm going to finish off this eye look with a little bit of our eyeliner. And another little trick that I like to do is use our pristine white eyeliner, because I know a lot of you are looking for ways to create the illusion that you got a lot of sleep, even though you may not have. So I take this pristine white eyeliner and I put it on the waterline of my eye. I'm not real big into eyeliners, but I probably do this trick every single day. I'm just putting this white eyeliner, which our eyeliners are waterproof, they're super creamy, super easy to apply, and it just gives the illusion that your eye is a lot more refreshed. Pristine white eyeliner, best trick ever. I know, Autumn. I cannot tell you how many people have gotten this pristine white eyeliner. I actually need to get another one so that I have them one at work and one at home. But I'm just applying it to my waterline. And you could even apply this in that inner part of your eye. But look, it's just super subtle, super easy, and it just makes your eye color pop more, and it makes your eyes look like you got a lot of sleep last night. So to finish off my eye look, I'm going to use our Epic mascara, my favorite mascara, and it's one of the things that got me hooked on Younique. You can use, or you can get it in black. I'm going to use black waterproof today, and also brown. Our Epic mascara is a one-step process that's going to lengthen, curl, and volumize your lashes. I want to get up close here because I want you to see. I barely have eyelashes. You can hardly tell that I have any. So for me, the Epic mascara is life-changing. I'm just going to apply this to all of my lashes. You want to make sure that you're getting those inner lashes, those tiny little ones on the inside, and also the ones on the outside. And this is kind of like the icing on the cake. It's not going to make your lashes look clumpy or like you have too much mascara on. It separates your lashes. But look at that. It just really transforms that entire eye look just with that Epic mascara. And I have hardly any lashes. And I shared that little trick yesterday if you didn't see it. If you're getting low on your mascara, and this goes with any mascara, just add a drop of saline contact solution. And it's going to give you a little bit more life out of that mascara. Or at least until you can order another one and have time for it to come in. But look at this. One step lengthens, volumizes, curls my lashes. And it just transforms the entire look of my eyes. I love Epic. You could apply another coat if you wanted to. I'm happy with just that. But my eyes, I actually have lashes now. It's crazy. And then we do have a lash serum, so if you are looking to grow your lashes, we have a serum that you could put on at nighttime. Okay, but the last thing I'm gonna do for this look, this quick, easy mom on the go look, which if I was doing this without talking, it would take me probably 10 minutes max and I'd be out the door. I love sleep, so, and I don't want to take away from my sleeping time. I need to be able to get my kids ready, get out the door, and get to work in the morning. So I am all about quick, easy makeup on the go. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some lipstick on. I'm going to use our Splash liquid lipstick, which the best way to describe this lipstick would be to call it kind of like a cousin of, it would be like an in-between of using a regular lipstick and a lip stain. So it's going to have a lot more staying power. I can use this and probably not need to apply it for 5 hours. It has a little curved applicator, and again, just like all of our products, a little goes a long way. So I do like to kind of scrape this off into the tube, and then what I like to do is kind of outline my lips. Okay, so I'm just outlining, and then I'm going to fill in the inside of them. And if you make a mistake and go outside of the area that you're wanting to, you can wipe it away. It doesn't set for about 10 minutes. This is my favorite color. It's one of our nude shades called Stellar. It is perfect for everybody, every skin tone. And we have 3 brand new nude shades that just came out. So I'm just rubbing that in. I'm gonna fill in that little Cupid's bow. And that's it, guys. Super quick, super easy. That was the Set to Stun collection. Also, like my mummy makeover bag. I love this collection. If there is anything that I can help you with as far as picking out colors, if you need color matched for your foundation, send me a message, comment below. I will put Autumn's link down below if you wanted to look around and shop. I will put that link directly for that Set to Stun collection just in case, but you can search any of the products on Autumn's shopping link. If you have any questions about anything, just let me know. But I appreciate you guys watching, and have a great Saturday night. Bye.